the comfy seats, tea's about to get wild. We've got true crime tales and a mischievous smile. More life, chaos, the highs and the lows, laughing through the madness, anything goes. It's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Farrell. Fun nights and stories we're telling. Everyone's welcome, grab your drink, come run. We love true crime, real life and fun, and free care and rejoice. Interviews, confessions, and a little bit of sass. Laughing till we're breathless, letting troubles pass. From mom squad missions to mysteries at night. Grab your crew, settle in, it's a wild ride. It's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Farrell. Fun nights and stories we're telling. Everyone's welcome, grab your drink, come run. Here love, true crime, real life and fun. Help! It's free care rejoice. Yeah, it's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Free Karen Reed.
What's up?
Hey, kid.
Hi, kiddo. It's been like a whole 2 hours.
I know, right?
2 hours.
We don't get to do this all the
I know.
time. So this is kind of nice. And we get like uninterrupted for the most part.
Hi, Toots. Hi,
Hey,
Marie.
Dee Marie.
Rob.
And we have, hey, Rob. How
I
you
still
doing,
love that
Marie?
Rob's hanging out with us.
I know, I love it. I saw Polly was in here and Kindergarten Cop, the Popo Daddy,
Natalie.
Natalie, of course, my little.
We got
My
everybody
Italian
coming
fella.
today. Dave.
Oh,
Our
yeah,
little
Dave for
Dave
the Lakers
boy.
reunion. How could I forget Dave? I love Dave.
Dave always
Um,
here. Yeah, sorry, we were running a little late. I had to
It's
feed
been
the
a
hedgehog.
long week of
Okay.
Karen Record. Although,
I had to feed the hedgehog babies, and then I had a
Oh, yeah.
request from
she showed my son the
make sure he got to see a hedgehog baby. So, we had to make sure that happened.
he was so excited. He wants one.
Oh, Amy's here too.
Oh, hey, Ames. I see backseat Amy. Yes. And Dee Marie. Hey, baby. Yeah, it was been a long week of
Did I
court.
tell you?
Like,
I got my birth chart from Dee Marie.
me too.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you? What's your rising?
I am a Gemini rising.
You're a Gemini rising. And
When I hear crazy,
Sure.
because I'm an Aries
Yeah.
with Gemini rising. And my sister is a Gemini. So my sister and I got our signs combined like 4 years ago and tattooed on our shoulder. So I have a tattoo of a Gemini and an Aries Rams together. So
Oh
it's
my
the Gemini bottom with a Rams. And I'm like, I already have the tattoo for it.
I love that. I actually come to find out. So I'm Capricorn, like I'm born in January. And so that's an earth sign. And my rising is Libra, which is an air sign. So I'm earth and air. I love that for me.
And all like the descriptions were like spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
That was pretty good.
So if you guys go to Dee Marie, email her.
Yes.
We will get you guys.
I'll have it linked in the description. And she gives you 20% off for being part of the Bad Kids Club.
Being in the Bad Kids. Lucky. I think
Yeah.
she said Lucky was the.
Is
Say
Lucky it? Sorry, I forgot what
Lucky,
the.
is that
what
what
the
you
thing
said,
was.
Dee Marie? I don't know. My brain's fried. When you run through your hands
Hi,
through your.
Dave.
Hi,
Oh my
Bob.
God, I love Bob. I love
Bob's
Bob.
in love.
Yeah,
A Virgo
I know.
Capricorn.
He's always flattering me.
He is so sweet. I swear.
He's the sweetest. And he's from
Need
Canton.
more.
My man's from Canton.
Yeah. In this week's big news,
Thanks,
we hit
guys.
1,000 subscribers. Thank
Yeah.
you, Rob.
That was
You
a
guys
big
have
deal.
helped a lot with that, Rob. We appreciate it.
For sure.
Yep. Lucky is the code.
Lucky is cool. Thank you, Dee Marie. I couldn't remember. This week's
Guys,
big news.
Rob is our friend from Omar, the Tilted Lawyers show.
He is a moderator over at the Tilted Lawyer.
And
And
now he's
Omar-
ours.
And now he's ours. Now he's our friend over here. I love him hanging out. Like, we have the best chat during the day for
Missy was in here
all
too
the
today. Missy came in all day.
Oh,
Missy?
yeah, Missy And who
her.
was the was it Megan Leanne? She came over too.
Yeah,
which
we
is a
have
big-
quite a few of you guys. I love it. We're gonna
Go
do more.
Bruins.
Talk to Omar. I'm going to talk to him about the Brian Koberger case because we're streaming the Brian Koberger case, and I know he wants to do it. And so I was maybe do a like dual everyday stream kind of thing on his channel and ours. And I don't know.
There's not much out about the Brian Koberger trial, which would be super interesting because it'll be like we're a juror supposedly hearing it for the first time. Hi, baby. She sent us really good pictures of Dr. Dimples and Alan Jackson and the other trash daddy.
Anybody else want to smack Brennan for hurting our boyfriend's feelings? Because
I'm just going to say this. I think Brennan did like the best job I've seen him do so fast. I mean,
I still want to smack him.
Right.
I mean,
but I mean, the thing is, like, he's a defense attorney, and that's what he's doing. He's defending the Commonwealth against Karen Reed, right?
Pretty much. He has. It's like Karen is the one that's taking him to trial, and he's defending.
It's weird. Do you know what I don't like about him though? He puts words in people. He's a defense attorney. He, with Dr. Dimples, he was out like small clips that like he was, like the sneaker. And I thought it was effective. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that.
The one thing that hit me was the weight of John O'Keefe's arm. But Jackson came right back and said, okay, so you get a 9-pound arm. It was 12-pound arm compared to it. And then Jackson said, where did that come from? And he said, I don't know. And it was made up. It's just statistics. Statistically, because he weighs this amount, he's this tall, that his arm has to weigh this amount. But
and actually, if you notice, like the first time Brennan brought it up to him, he goes, oh, you mean statistically? Because he knew. He's like, no one really knows, just statistically.
That, and he was trying to catch him on like, oh, so you failed your test the first time? And he's like, well, part of it, yeah. I mean, I retook it the same day. But
Bob, I completely agree. Like, he does not represent us.
His wife, I will say, Free Karen Reed needs to stop. They are posting his wife all over X, and I think it's rude.
That's awful. Do you see his face?
Leave Brennan's wife alone, Free Karen Reed. I love our chat, but not our chat, but our community. But Free Karen Reed needs to stop that. We're better than that. Makes me crazy.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
We're pressing stuff over here. Sorry.
No, they're posting Brennan's wife's pictures and like she reviewed exactly. Don't spread hate. We spread love.
Dr. Dimples?
No, they're spreading Brennan's wife all over.
Oh yeah, no. Like, stop going real life.
Like,
she has nothing to do with this.
They're like, I won't even bring them up. I mean, I was like, I'm not even gonna screenshot them. Like, normally I would screenshot something and send it to you. Like, I wouldn't even do that.
Right.
Because
and too, it's like us Free Karen Reed people, we don't bring up the other 6 boys that are associated or in the Albert family. There was only a few involved, and I didn't even know about the other ones until the other day.
These other names.
Until the other day. I was like, wait, there's 6 of them? And they're all boys?
They're all boys. I think there's 2 girls, 1 girl.
Yeah, there's a lot. Irish Catholic though, right? Or wait, what's our last name? No, we didn't.
So yeah, let me just tell you the little statistics on that, because I sent that to Amy and them today because I was a little mad. Oh, I was talking with Dylan. Dylan and I were chatting. But so during the direct, there were 42 objections from Hank and 42 sustained.
Yep.
Only 4 sidebars, 2 Canoni called, and 2 Jackson asked for after 7 objections in a row. And
that were all allowed.
There was only 4 times that she told him to re-ask the question. That's it.
It makes me so mad.
During Croc.
It's so maddening. And then Brennan's objecting to the witnesses' answers. I've been watching a lot of trials.
Experts against expert. You're objecting to. They asked if did you know Karen Reed?
It wasn't even that. Go.
I need help.
You can't be on the. Hold on.
It was
Yes,
like,
take it.
what? But during cross, there was 26 objections. 22 of those were overruled. Hank ignored the judge rulings, asking the questions over and over again when told to go to the next question or ask it differently without any recourse. Hank Brennan made 14 unnecessary digs at Dr. Wolf, including the same demand over here when Wolf looked away. Not one time did Cannoni stop him.
No. Do you know what's wicked offensive too? Like, he called it a potato cannon or a potato launcher.
Oh yeah, I knew he was going to. I told you that this morning.
So fucking rude. Like, listen, like, you can attack his science, even though, like, don't fucking throw stones in a glass house, motherfucker, right?
A potato launcher.
He called it that during the voir dire too.
Yeah.
And Spicy Hank came out today.
I'm not gonna lie, like, he did a good job. I'm not if I were like sitting on the jury, I'd be like, wow, he made some excellent points. But I still hate him.
He tore it apart, right? He tore up the story. Like, he tried his best, and for us.
But then one of the things that Jackson said was, if those holes, it would have been road rash, like you and I said. There would be road rash.
Well, did you see that thing get slammed back? We've been saying this for months. Do you remember that, like, Higgy's plow? Right. He was Higgy's plow was supposedly behind her, right? Which they didn't bring up this year.
No, they didn't.
He would have been cut in half.
They did say the Jeep was behind her or behind him. Yeah.
I would bring that up and be like, you guys saw what happened to rescue Randy. You saw what happened to him. Do you think that he would have been decapitated?
Poor little Rescue Randy. I was trying to change his name to Hank somehow.
Randy. Yeah.
I think Bowtie Ronnie is just let him be. Let him be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Poor
you gotta
Randy.
get it where you get it. If that makes him feel happy about himself, that's good. Let Ronnie go.
Well, and then Hank's calling it the doll.
The doll.
Like, the doll.
What about the doll you threw backwards on yours? That you just picked up and went.
Right. Wait, what does this say? Ask Bob says NBC 10 is so weak. Canton Confidential is a joke.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Ronnie wants to. I can't. Wait, I thought people say really good things about Cotton.
Who's here?
Oh,
Biff, don't worry about me, Biff. No need to say hi. I love you. Whatever.
Me and Joe Biff will go way back.
Whatever.
I thought Canton Confidential, like, people say good things about them all the time. I need details, Bob. But Ronnie needs to get
rotates like a fuck all the way off of the distractors.
Yo, Jay.
Jay,
looking good too, baby.
Oh, thank you. I had to ask for it, but it's all right. It's fine. It's no big deal.
No, I'm saying Kindergarten Cop. I'm saying if he hit that plow, like screaming, hitting that plow, he would have went straight on the blade. I don't know about you, but I have family members that plow in the winter, and those things are so sharp.
Like, the plows go to the right?
Yeah.
It goes to the right so that it pushes all. Well, the way Nicky was saying, it had the bar to the right so that it pushed the snow to the right to the street.
Oh,
so
like off the street, yeah.
Traffic. So it would have. Not only that, it would have
been a point, on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Architecting.
Is that what happened, Joe? Ah, that makes a lot more sense now. Forget the trial. We figured it out.
It was the Asians. It was the Asian house.
Asian house did it all along.
It was the Asians all along. You solved the murder mystery, Jill Biffle.
You never knew.
Share thanks, Hate. Amy. Hold on.
Bad Kids Club.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was so.
You were using John Como or Canton Confidential, because Canton Confidential is on TV with Sue O'Connell.
Okay, so who's the one that's in the courtroom every day?
That's Sue O'Connell,
the reporter.
She's the one. She's the one.
Confidential.
Yes. She's
not
a. Hi, Patrick. She's not a reporter. She's a commentator. Okay, there's a difference. I did not know this, but apparently there's.
She talked to Dina today.
Really?
And yeah, she talked to Dina today on like boots on the ground, like out in front of the courthouse. Dina ended up getting her, and she talked about, she made a good point though, because like up here, everyone's related, right? Like, I mean, you're not gonna go very far without being related to somebody. And that's
Oh,
why
like
they made
really
talk.
Is that what you're talking
I
about?
mean, this is the thing. Like, I had a cousin, like a first cousin that I'd never met in my life, and he lived like 2 towns away from me. I ended up finding him on Ancestry. We lived 2 towns away from each other, same last name, and I had never met him, never seen. I would have walked right by him in Stop and Shop and had no idea it was my cousin, right? So, and we're first cousins. And so I mean, I get what she was saying.
Friday,
Sue was like, I have like 26 first cousins in Revere. Like, I can't tell you who all those people are. And then there's second cousins and third cousins, and it starts getting messy. So like, I saw what she was saying, and that's why, like,
I mean, they're Irish Catholics, so they're all having babies all over.
I mean,
the place. Like,
the reason my father is not from this country, but him and his brother moved over here and they had kids, and my father passed away a long time ago. So did his brother. So me first cousins didn't know each other, so that can happen. I understood what she was saying.
what are we going to do with you, Jay?
I know. I love Jay. He
keeps our days happy. Calypso, baby girl. All right, while I'm talking to you, I have to order my kids' food.
Yeah, do it. Oh, hey, Calypso.
My husband will be like, "Where's their food?"
People, you never know. Like, I've driven by, like, driveways where they still have their plows on their trucks, like looking like rednecks.
Joe plows all kinds of stuff during the summer.
Yeah, I bet Joe plows all types of things. Allegedly. Yeah. What else was another takeaway today? I mean, it was mostly, I will say that Dr. Dimples looked really tired at the end.
He was
pissed. Being insulted, his wife getting brought up on national, not that they brought her name, but like,
you brought up his wife.
Yeah.
And then you did nothing with it. You thought you had a gotcha moment, and then you're like, here, look at that paper. And he goes, my wife? And he looks at the paper and he goes, have you seen this before? And he goes, no. And then Hank said,
hold on 1 second.
I haven't got one yet. I'm still want my ice cream, and it's your fault. How about that? Scott mean, don't like me, make me want ice cream, and it's Amy's fault somehow. I told Amy it was your fault. Yeah, bringing his wife up crossed the line. To me, it was a little much. That was a little much unethical.
It was a lot. It was.
You had another one? Amy, I'm not happy with Scott and his ice cream and him teasing with it.
Oh God, it's hot as hell today too. It's like 92, or it was.
Turn my air conditioner on.
Yeah, hold please. My son's trying to get in my closet and he's like, move your stuff. It's like boots and stuff, like, bro. But if it makes him happy and I can be on here with you guys for an hour or two, worth it.
Our bedroom, like, we have air in the house, but our bedroom gets so hot. So we have like a small like window air unit that we use for when hurricanes come and we're on a generator because it doesn't take much. But we turn it on like at night for like 30 minutes just to cool it off down here because it gets hot back here. Yeah, the whole sun just blares into the window.
Beats in. I live on like a bottom floor, and it gets hot in here even.
Doesn't it look good? Her hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
Are you Hollywood, Daniel?
I love that for you.
Tell the expert we said hi. I love him. He's so much fun. Have you ever watched The Expert?
No.
Oh my God, I love him.
So. Is that the funny one who does clips on YouTube?
He just does like.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a whatever.
He's trying to do.
He was trying to do like. He's trying to get into Karen Reed, but he doesn't know about Karen Reed. So after Plevin went off on Baker, Baker and him are friends. So he had Baker on. Aww. Baker's actually in town, I think he's there. He's going to Dollywood too. Baker's meeting up with all of them.
Oh, good. Good. So, Baker's like from really far away. So I guess it's like Dylan, right? Dylan's actually coming back in the fall for a Patriots game. Right. So it'll be nice to see him again. All right, Dee Marie will be here, a sunglasses expert. I heard that the defense is bringing another doctor in for what?
Another Emmy.
Another Emmy for what though?
To prove that he did not die from hypothermia and that but I'm a little nervous about it because I have seen some things about her as well, because anti-Carrie likes to pull up all kinds of shit.
Let's pull her up. Let's talk about it. I don't know her name. Sorry.
It's Lapa Doctor. Let me see. Oh,
you heard she's badass? I'll take it.
She's
badass, bad
but I heard she has a little bit of a problem.
Oh God. I mean, but I trust the defense where it's either not a big deal, or because I don't think they would have hired her, because why would they? Why would pull a Burgess?
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Maybe I didn't watch that, but I will tonight. Good idea. Go over and subscribe to DUI Guy. Go ahead. Sorry.
He did a live. I actually recorded just a little bit of his live. I was going to send it to you.
Okay.
I'll just. He said basically, he doesn't remember what the question was to Wolf, but Brennan objected, and all the jurors rolled their eyes.
Really?
At the same time, because they wanted the answer. He's like,
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Hank was objecting to his answers. It had nothing to do with Burgess or was it Rentschler?
Yeah.
But he was just giving his opinion. He kept going, objection, and then Auntie Bev sustained.
And then
whatever.
He was like, did you read Rentschler's report? Did you read the book that Rentschler? He's not Rentschler. Why would he? They did two separate things.
Yeah, he can't testify to medical stuff or injuries because that's not his specialty, exactly. Right? And he did the right thing by being like, that's not my thing, my dude. So
I was like, shut up. Like,
right. Yeah, they all have issues with the truth.
So I'm gonna find out. I have to find it. I think it's on my Chat GPT. I heard that she had some things where she used to work, is all. But the other thing is I know that they put in a thing that said,
if it's like a Yelp review, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's not Yelp.
Yeah.
Let me look up Yelp now. No, that they that she put some reports through without. I don't know. I have to look.
We'll look it up. Yeah, we'll look it up.
I know.
Yeah. So we thought that we would go over some like other like cases that aren't getting as much airtime, or no one's really covering them over here, when there's a guy that murked his, unfortunately, 3 young children getting picked up in a custody visit, and he is on the run right now.
I didn't look it up. They found him or no?
No, they have not found him yet. No, it's awful. If you guys want to do Karen Read, we will, because this case might be wrapping up soon, but we've been watching Karen Read all day, so we thought that we would change it up. What do you guys think? I want to go to Disneyland too. Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. My little brother. I mean, he's not little. I'm shorter than he is, but he's much shorter than I am.
Mark.
Makings, were you down there today too? Mark.
And then we're going to go over Lori. There's a little clip in the Lori Vallow case that happened today. She tried to get herself shot.
Yeah, she's representing herself, and the judge removed her from the courtroom.
He told her that if she does it again, he's taking her pro se away. That she will have to use her counsel that's there. Yeah. So it was.
Do you want to go over Lori Vallow first?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me pull it up. There is also the prosecutor verified today during during that thing that Melanie is still have an active investigation against her.
What?
Yeah. So the wife of Brandon Boudreaux, they're still actively investigating her.
Her and the other Melanie should be in prison. Melanie Gibb and Melanie should both be in prison.
Yeah.
Melanie Gibb knew about JJ and they tried, and she lied, didn't she, originally? And then she like was like, no, I don't know. He's not with me. Caden, stop.
Yeah, she totally was like, yeah, he's with me. No, he's not with me. Like, what?
Yeah. Fucking cunt.
Weird. But Melanie Boudreaux, which that's not her name now. She went back to her maiden name. I don't remember what it is, Poliski or something like that. She actually I've said this yesterday, and I've said it numerous times since they decided to take Lori out for it. But Melanie should have been looked at or charged prior, because the only person who's been charged is Lori. Yeah. But they confirmed today by the prosecution that they are still actively investigating her case for conspiracy to commit murder.
She was one of the kooks. She's part of that end of times cult, the 144,000. Yeah, she's a bug.
Them. And then she also is the only one who knew where Brandon lived. She knew what time that he were meeting up.
I love that. I'm not an Apple person, but
I'm an Apple person.
I love that. Yeah, you are. Yeah, Apple's very popular. It's very popular.
Go ahead.
Sorry, honey.
No, she she knew his address. She knew what time they were going to meet that morning for the kids to exchange the kids. She thought he was going straight home. He went to the gym. That's what threw it off. And that's why the neighbor saw the Jeep. And that's why the Jeep sat out there for 2 hours facing the wrong direction.
Right.
So
isn't it odd that Lori was spotted at stores around the same time Charles got shot, and this dude,
she's at Burger King.
Right. Well, yeah. So a store, like she's at Burger King with JJ getting him his breakfast before school. And she went to Walgreens or whatever. I don't know if they have Walgreens in Arizona, but
she got flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yeah. Like she needed you didn't leave the house with shoes and you went to Walgreens. Like, anyway, I digress.
There was no furniture in the damn house.
None. And she was spotted at a store while Brandon was being shot. My heart broke for him when he was on the stand.
Oh, well, apparently
so traumatized.
I have not watched his cross today, but
me either.
Because they had him go off because she had to have somebody there with him to do the cross. And that person wasn't there. Apparently it's gotten pretty personal, so I can't wait to watch that. I know
she's
Colby
getting, heated with him. Yeah,
that's how she gets though. Anybody who's personal. Remember when she said the other lady about while you were on a date with a married man of my husband, your husband.
Don't flatter yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
Hi, Colleen. You made it. Hi, beautiful girl. Hi, Dee Marie. Walgreens doesn't. Oh my God.
No, they allow you to come in without shoes as long as you buy them while you're there.
Oh no, not here. Nope. They'd be like, spin your little ass around. Come in here correct. No.
Really?
No. You have to wear shirts in stores. You can't go in with a shirtless. Obviously we would, but a man, you can't go into stores without a shirt on or nothing.
That's why they call Florida Jiffy Store feet.
Listen, Florida. You're asking for athlete's foot. At minimum, you're asking for athlete's foot. Go and doing that. Kelly cuckold. Stop it, Jay. You are.
Stop it.
All right, let's start this.
All right. Before Jay gets us in more trouble over here. It's only 2 minutes long, but
I laugh at everything.
Yesterday, Mr. Abernathy, one of the advisory council, said he would be late today because he had a childcare issue, but that Ms. Hicks, the other advisory council, would be here and ready to start at 9:30. What time did that email come in?
Just the email came in at 9:20, but she was printing off pictures.
All right, so we got an email at 9:20 saying she's still at her office printing off pictures, which is wholly unacceptable.
Holy.
Ms. Daybell, you represent yourself. You do not need your advisory council here, but I'm going to split the difference. She's being sent an email that says if she's not here at 9:50, we're going to start. If there's pictures that need to be printed off, staff can do that. Staff can bring it over later, but should have been here at 9:30. If this were federal court, she'd probably be going into custody. I mean, this is ridiculous. All right, I'm just letting everyone know what the holdup is. We're going to start at 9:50.
Judge, at 9:50, I do need to make a record regarding character
She looks like a
evidence
man
and
with
the
no
defendant
botox.
opening the door before she questions some witnesses.
Okay,
Just want to make sure that that's out there so she's aware of that.
we'll do that at 9:50.
All right, let me find the other one. There's another one that has the whole thing. Hey, look,
I love
there's
this.
some girls right there.
Huh?
There's some pretty girls right there. Is this today?
Everyone's calling me out. Like,
She
but
spoke about that she was a
Here you
person who loved all people.
Okay.
Oh,
What'd
no,
you say?
everyone's calling me out about the shoes and shirts. But like, okay, in all fairness, Jay lives near the beaches. So like you can't like you're not gonna necessarily get everybody to abide by it. I've never seen it in like the suburbs. I don't live in like Boston anymore, and people wear it. Like I've never seen it out here. And I've never seen it in the hood either. So like by the beaches it might happen. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, Colleen, this is the Lori Vallow case. We're just kind of going over what happened today when the judge got onto her. But yeah, this is, look at her. She's like, oh wait, Lori got it. Lori got it. She knows.
Yes, she did.
She got something for sure. So I'm getting my toes done green like your fingers on Saturday. Whoop, whoop.
I did these today. They're neon. I do neons from now on until
show up at the. You guys can do a standout together.
who?
You and Patrick.
Oh, I've met Patrick. I've met Makings. Yeah.
But you can match your shoes and your toes at standout on Sunday.
Everyone always tells me I walk around like highlighters. I love this color though. It's my favorite color.
I like it. I wouldn't wear it, but I like it. Okay, so let's watch. We're gonna watch Zach now, you guys. All right. I mean, wait, that's brother. That's brother.
Yes.
I think.
Right.
Opening. She spoke about that she was a person who loved all people, that she has no malice towards people. And then she also spoke about Brandon hiring a private investigator. I want to start with the fact that the defendant is appearing to try to bring in 404 character evidence about herself. Rule 404A does not allow the defendant to bring in character evidence to prove action in conformity, which is clearly what she was doing. Assuming she does, then the rules would permit the state to then bring in specific act evidence of this defendant. The defendant is trying to say she is a peaceful person, she has no malice. I believe that will open the door to allow the state to bring in the fact that she is a 4-time convicted murderer. Next, the defendant, in terms of bringing up information about Brandon hiring a PI and trying to make it appear that he has some vendetta against her, we have worked very hard to try to say there is an incident in Chandler. Brandon Boudreaux was very aware of the fact that this defendant and her brother had shot and killed Charles Vallow. And this is why he was very afraid for his life and trying to realize where she was and where Alex was. So if she wants to go into all of that information, then again, I believe she will be opening the door to allow Brandon to then explain why he was in so much fear for his life, why he was hiring a private investigator to locate this defendant and locate Alex Cox. So I just want to make it very clear that should she go into those areas, I will be asking to then bring in the fact that she has been involved in the murder of Charles Vallow, her own children, and her current husband's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, prosecutor.
All right.
Yeah, she does.
And I
So-
believe 405 will permit that, Your Honor.
So I had literally the same thoughts during her opening statement, especially when she started talking about I'm a person with good intent, kindness, peace and love, etc. And I was thinking in my head, wow, she's opening a big door right here. Now it's not witness
a Sunday school
testimony. The
teacher.
jury has been instructed specifically that that's not evidence or testimony. But I think the notice that the state is putting out right now is well taken, because if you elicit testimony through a witness or you testify yourself along those lines, there's several doors that would be opened in that instance. Do you understand that?
I understand what you're saying, Your Honor.
Okay. The
I
schedule.
also understand that the state also withdrew their 404B, that they had
Well, that
no
doesn't mean-
intention of doing that. So
That doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm just saying they did give a notice for 404B and then they did withdraw it. So they didn't have any intention. I didn't have any intention.
The issue is if you bring in your good character as a reason of why this didn't happen, they're going to be allowed to rebut that type of testimony because you've opened the door to it.
Oh man, it didn't
Wow.
show it. Where is it?
Bummer. Yo,
It's gonna
this is the thing too. She wants to bring in her religion, and they're like, we decided we're not doing this because they want to make it as fair as possible because she's already causing trouble.
Sorry, go ahead.
She's already causing trouble with the last with Charles Vallow. She's already like trying to overturn the conviction and blah, blah. I mean, not that she's not spending the rest of her life in the fucking.
Well, yeah, she keeps saying that they brought in her religion and religious stuff and all this other stuff, and now they're just saying, now she's like, that's what she's going off of for the last trial as she starts this one, and that's what now she wants to bring it all in. And I'm a good girl though. I'm so sweet.
Yeah, right. She's such a religious zealot. Like, of course she wants to bring up Mormonism. Why? But the thing is too, is like, it's not Mormons. No, Mormons aren't bad. There's extremes to everything. And she is like, they're on their own agenda with this shit because it's not what's in. Yeah.
She thinks she's a prophet. She thinks she is the chosen one.
Oh, yeah.
She thinks God comes to her in the jail and talks to her. Yeah, you can send us a pic, Colleen.
Oh,
you can have me on
go ahead.
Facebook or email me on Facebook, whatever.
Yeah, or you can email talktimewithamy@gmail.
Yeah. So yeah, she thinks that this girl thinks she is everything about herself. I don't know if you guys the Dateline or whatever, that's the interview she did where she is like, what do you think I did? Just answer one question.
Such a wackadoodle. And this is another thing too. So in her religion, like Catholicism, they have a patriarchal, like women cannot hold, like they can't even like I don't know what they would call it on Sunday, like we would call it mass. You can't even preach up there.
Yeah, they go to temple.
Temple, yeah. They're temple. But I'm saying like at Sunday for their church or whatever, they women cannot have any like high authority in this church. You're subservient to your husband, whatever. And she thinks that she's a cat's ass. Like she's like, I'm the second coming. Me right here.
Look who you married, all right. I'm just thankful Colby came. I'm so thankful Colby is who he is. And he has the best heart. But she literally says in her interview, and we can show it some other time, but her interview that she talks about, I love Patrick, did not want that hairstyle at all. She says in her interview that because Colby will not let her have any contact with his child.
Good.
She said that his granddaughter, her daughter came to her before she was born and said, I don't care what my dad says. I'm still your grandchild. Bitch, no, No, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
Jesus came to me. Okay, let Jesus sit next to you on the bed. But just
she talked to Jesus. And her veil is, she had a near-death experience and her veil is cut. And so she can see the other side. She can see the other side into heaven or the fifth dimension, the universe.
The near-death experience was saying I do to Chad Daybell. That's the near-death experience.
That was it.
She said I do. And they were like, oh, wait. No, that's not what she did. She already did that once. Twice. 3 times a charm. Now we're working on 4th time. Babies.
Listen, no God-fearing woman would ever harm her children or let somebody else do it, in my opinion. Like if she literally, no, it's not even allegedly anymore. She's in prison for this. She and her new husband, listen, she threw Charles out of bed for Chad Daybell. You would have to be a mental patient. Not that looks matter for everything, but
don't be Chad.
Good. Yeah.
Charles he was working out at the gym. He was a good looking man.
And like Chad belonged to somebody else. Like Chad was already married too. Like you don't take another woman's man. That's like
I'm married. Like with his wife, happily, supposedly, with children.
Right. Right. Oh my God, Jay, do you remember when we couldn't go to like the liquor store or buy cigarettes or anything on Sundays? It was like God's day, everything. You couldn't even go to the grocery store, I don't think.
Oh, that's like that in Georgia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the Bible Belt. That they take that shit real serious.
I remember
Charles was hot.
his parents moved to Atlanta, and we went up there to visit. And he was like, "Who the fuck does not serve alcohol on Sunday?" I'm like, well, it's not Florida where you have their own liquor store connected to the Publix, but it's also not California where you can buy the liquor at the grocery store. So
okay. Yeah, you can't buy it here either. You can't buy alcohol in the stores. I don't know if you can anymore. I haven't drank it. I mean,
so in Florida we have our own, like Publix has their own liquor stores connected.
That's right. You had to drive to New Hampshire. That's right.
They had their ex, like they're disconnected but next to each other. So it'll say Publix and Publix Liquors.
Okay.
And then
so here in Massachusetts, sorry, go ahead.
You're fine.
Oh no, I was gonna say here now we can buy up to an ounce of weed at a dispensary wherever we want, but we can't as like adults buy anything like flavored tobacco. You can't get like menthol or anything, but and then New Hampshire's opposite. So you can get whatever you want for tobacco and stuff in New Hampshire, but weed isn't legalized.
But God forbid Florida legalizes weed because, oh my God, everyone.
I find that bizarre. Yeah, I find that bizarre. Everything closed down at 6. Yeah, right. Right.
Mary, what'd you say? At Kelly,
hi, Mary. I didn't even see you come in. I was running my face.
Mary, what did I do? What did I do? Did you text me?
I didn't. I don't even see. That was the only comment. I don't know.
I know. That's all I see. At Kelly, never mind. What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. That's true. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's always been a thing, though. And before you used to have to go to the hospitals, right, to get the medical marijuana. But now you can go to a dispensary and show your card. I think it's under an ounce.
In Florida, you can get a card and you can get medical marijuana.
Yeah.
But you cannot have like weed on itself. But yeah, Florida sells flavored vapes. Like, I don't know.
I mean, Florida of all places, Florida's off the hook. I mean, of all things, you have like meth sheds, but you can't smoke a joint legally.
Dude, when we were searching for my friend, so my cousin, I told you about my cousin's best friend went missing, Lucy, and we were out searching through the woods for her. We would walk up on like mobile meth labs. Like they would be like gas cans with like, I'm like, what is it? In the middle of the woods, they had like just pushed around like bushes. And then
we have that here too.
Like, what? Well, like, and my friend's like, oh wait, there's meth actually in there. Let's not let the kids around that. Like there's actual meth.
I mean, very dangerous.
I'm like, these people are crazy. And then tweakers are scary too. I'm not gonna lie.
I was watching a documentary on stuff called crocodile, apparently, and it's a flesh eating thing that you IV inject. The shit is wild. It's like injecting bath salts. I don't know. Shit's crazy. Did we watch this already or
not this one? This is one where he kicks her out.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
She might be saying a little bit more, but
all right.
Crack is whack.
Please be seated. The jury is no longer
True.
present.
It might be the part of the other one.
We've concluded that sidebar of records been made. I would just caution the defendant again. She needs to be very careful, and she's getting into areas that could open a huge door that I don't think she wants open. I'm going to make another record at 10:24 to 10:25. We held a sidebar that I don't think made it onto the court.
Bye, Rob.
Record.
Bye, honey.
That sidebar again discussed similar issues of if the defendant brings in evidence or testimony that she was a good person and no ill intent and those sorts of things and specific acts of her being a good person, it could open the door to other things that she may not want the door open to. The state the defendant and advisory counsel were at the bench when we had that short 1 minute sidebar, but I don't know if anyone wants to supplement the record on that. Okay.
Just Your Honor, that again, the state did raise any issue of character evidence under 404A and 405, that if the defendant opens the door and tries to advise that she is a good person, a peaceful person, a kind person, a loving person, any of those other types of things, that we believe that would allow us under 405 to then bring in specific acts such as the murder of her children, her husband, and her current husband's wife.
All right.
Which would also be 404B that they withdrew.
No, it'd be
Yeah,
405.
they withdrew it, but if you bring up 404 that you.
Then all 404B is in, or do we get a hearing on what 404B can come in? If I open the door, do I get a hearing? We stop trial and I get a hearing on.
Stop. We'll have a very short hearing, okay? If you're going to introduce how you have great character and good character, we're going to have a short hearing on what evidence that they can bring in to rebut that character, which could
Okay.
include being convicted of 4 murders.
And
So
would you
talk to
like,
your advisory counsel during the break. And
you don't need to yell at me either.
yelling at you, okay?
Yeah, you are. And you do not need to talk
Okay.
to me that way. I'm
Take
very
her out. Take
courteous.
her out.
I'm very courteous to
Take
you.
her out. No, you have been nothing near courteous to me during the course of these proceedings. Talk with your advisory counsel about the rest of your cross. We're going to resume in 15 minutes.
Don't make it fuzz you. I wanted them to zap her. Just zap her once. You know, like a quick,
She has one of those waist things on, right?
yeah, which she was
No,
not
she-
about. She did not
She is
want.
a wackadoodle, is what she is.
Why would she talk to a? I would never talk to a judge like that, much less ever.
Never. No.
Never
Why
talk
would
to a
you?
judge like that. That's a juggle. If it's Bev, I might. I mean,
Yeah, she yeah, is that Mary? She has one of the things around her
I want to
midwaist.
zap her, dude. Zap her ass. They got that
Have you
belt
ever
on. Like, watch her go.
Have you ever watched the law enforcement getting tased for the first time? Because you had like if you're in the military, a law enforcement they make you get tased to see what it feels like.
I would. I want to see her get zapped. I don't want to be zapped.
Me too. Me too.
Um,
All right, Kate, we'll be here for a minute or two. Yeah, she is so cringe, Calypso. She is so cringy, and she looks terrible without Botox. Just like Donna Adelson. Ladies, just like age gracefully. Like, just do it, because then this shit happens. You start like just murking people, pew, 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 and
They
you
don't
end up looking like Lori Vallow or Donna Adelson.
it's not working right now. I don't want to go finding it. So yeah, I want to zap her.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. I get, because she had that belt on. That's why she fought that belt, because she did not want the jury to see it, because she said they had issues with it the last time it would hang out her clothes. Well, fucking don't commit murder or conspiracy to commit murder. And then you wouldn't have this belt on. How about that?
Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Terrible. Catch me outside. I'm trying to pull up the watch the manhunt. Hold on. I think
I've been saying that
yeah.
for 3 days now. And I kept saying it to
Catch me
Declan.
outside.
I'm like, catch me outside. How about
Oh,
that?
here we go.
I think it's because I sent the gift to my sister, my brother, and then I got stuck on it.
I don't want to dox myself. Here we go. What is happening? You guys see it?
There it is. It did, and then went back.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause really quick. So
watched it.
this story is out of Ohio. It was the
Idaho.
it was the Idaho. Thank you. What did I say? This father was getting custody or a visitation swap in Idaho, and apparently he was known homeless, and the wife and he was like he has no record or anything. He was homeless, unfortunately, and the wife had the ex-wife had some concerns, and the courts allowed him to have a visitation on, like a Saturday or whatever. And the little girls, 3 of them were found on the side of the highway unalived, and he's missing and has not been found yet. I checked today. So we're going to watch the press conference from yesterday. Hi, equal parts.
Hi, equal
Idaho.
parts. We say Idaho.
Idaho.
Idaho. I'm not the hole. Idaho.
Oh,
All right.
Amy, get your shit together.
Is everybody ready?
Wait till the other guy comes up
Try
because
not
I was
to
like,
trip
well,
over the
hello
podium
there.
here.
Yeah. He was easy on the
I am
eyes.
Captain Brian
I was
Scanlon
like,
with the
dang,
Wenatchee
where'd you
Police
come
Department. This is Sheriff Morrison, obviously, with the Chelan County. And I'm going to start to where we, so I'll start off and give you a timeline of the involvement of Wenatchee Police Department in this case. On May 30th, at about 9:35 p.m., Wenatchee police officer Corporal Gonzalez responded to a call of a civil complaint. In responding to that call, he interviewed Whitney, the mother of the 3 young girls. There was no reported history of problems with the parenting plan. There were reported concerns of Travis being homeless and financially stressed recently.
So sad.
Whitney was clear that during the exchanges that had occurred in the past, that Travis was very communicative with her in any deviations from the parenting plan. Corporal Gonzalez, after speaking with Whitney, was able to identify Decker's vehicle through a local database called Spillman. He took the vehicle information and was able to enter it into Flock, which is a system of cameras that are located within the city and also in Chelan County. Flock located the vehicle, the white GMC Sierra, traveling northbound across the Wenatchee River Bridge. This was shortly after Decker had picked up the children for the visitation. After this information was obtained, and in addition to information that had been received by Whitney that Travis frequented local hotels and often local campgrounds as well, all local hotels and campgrounds in East Wenatchee and Wenatchee were checked by patrol officers from those jurisdictions, and Decker was not located. Park rangers were also contacted at Confluence Park and made aware of the situation. An attempt to locate was then sent out by Corporal Gonzalez to all regional agencies containing Decker's information along with the vehicle information. After that, Corporal Gonzalez made contact with Washington State Patrol and consulted their unit for an Amber Alert. The information at the time did not meet the threshold for an Amber Alert. On May 31st, Corporal Gonzalez contacted Sergeant Eaton at about 7 a.m. and advised him of the situation. After that conversation had occurred, Detective Brian Hewitt with the Wenatchee Police Department and Detective Sergeant Joe Eaton discussed the incident as well, and Detective Hewitt responded that day to continue the investigation. The family was contacted and additional information was obtained. He learned Travis and the daughters did not arrive at a planned 5K running event that morning, which was out of the ordinary to Whitney. Travis had recently had a recent history of attending and being present for all the daughters' events and programs. And, at that point, Detective Hewitt started to reach out to some of his contacts at the state and federal levels as well. He enlisted the assistance of the FBI, and with assistance from the FBI, phone location data was obtained for Thursday through Friday, plotting locations in and around Leavenworth. Detective Hewitt then, with that information, went to Leavenworth and started focusing on the areas of Chumstick and Icicle Road, and did not have any success in locating Travis or his vehicle or the girls. Throughout that day, Detective Hewitt had multiple contacts again with WSP, or Washington State Patrol, and continued to provide updates and request an Amber Alert, which still the information that he provided and had obtained did not meet the threshold for the Amber Alert to be activated. However, an endangered and missing person alert, an EMPA, was activated by the Washington State Patrol at approximately 4:00 p.m. I want to explain a little bit that the endangered and missing person alert does generate a flyer that goes out to all the contacts through that State Patrol missing and endangered person unit. So that goes statewide. As well, the information for the alert is posted on the reader boards that I'm sure everybody's familiar with on the state highways around Washington, and those were activated here locally on the major ingress and egress highways such as Highway 2 and I-90. Also on May 31st, Detective Hewitt had developed and communicated probable cause for custodial interference first degree, 3 counts of custodial interference first degree, and began assembling the paperwork to obtain those warrants. The following day, on June 1st, Detective Hewitt conducted additional follow-up and completed his initial report and request for the arrest warrants for custodial interference, which were granted and later entered into the system. The following day, which was Monday, the WPD Detective Unit met to devise a plan for the day on follow-up and submitting necessary paperwork for the warrant to ensure that had all gone through. WSP was contacted again, referenced the Amber Alert, yet we still didn't meet the criteria. The EMPA was deemed to be the best fitting alert, and one of the things that I want to share with everybody about that EMPA, because it is a, I'll say, level below or degree below the Amber Alert, it actually comes with an expiration time, and we were able to work with WSP because we did.
I do not agree with not having Amber Alert immediately. Why are they fighting that? Why are they fighting an Amber Alert and times and expires and everything? This man wasn't found and these poor little babies, but you can get an Amber Alert out. It's like the next level down with this happening. And there's a crazed man who like unalived his kids on the side of the road.
Who never had any
Or was it
problems, right? He's never had problems before. It's just recently. Like there's obviously something going on. And I will give them credit though. This sheriff right here, like they tried. The deputy tried. The deputy was on it. He was doing everything he could do. He was calling. I mean, this is like the second time that they tried to get an Amber Alert, and they ended up getting
That's wild.
PA, which is the emergency persons alert. But that one has an expiration date. But they were able. He's going to tell you next that they were able to get that expiration date. They just kept it up anyway. They didn't take the expiration date.
Oh, look at this. Supposedly the cops interviewed the neighbors and they said he was nuts.
Really? We'll have to get more info on that.
Yeah. All right. We'll continue. I just had to say that because
actually reach our expiration for that alert, and it by policy was supposed to have been pulled down, but through good communication, good cooperation, and the relationship that we've built with Washington State Patrol over a long period of time, they agreed to leave that up. And we also enlisted the cooperation of the Department of Transportation as well, who has some input and does actually help WSP run those reader boards as well. So we were able to get that cooperation. And so I want to emphasize that WSP was very good to work with, as was DOT, and we had that information up and available to the public for as long as possible, extending past what the policy said it should have been up there for. Also on Monday, CCSO detectives were contacted and assisted. We communicated with them and developed a plan for CCSO detectives to check the areas of Chumstick and Icicle Road as well. Myself, Sergeant Eaton, and Detective Hewitt, shortly after coordinating with CCSO units, contacted the family and requested a meeting at the Wenatchee Police Department with the family and family representatives at approximately 10 a.m. The primary intent of the meeting was to provide an update to the family and answer any questions that they had about the ongoing investigation. The meeting was very positive and focused on maintaining good communication flowing back and forth both directions to maximize the exchange of information. At about 3:47 p.m., a CCSO deputy located the vehicle up the icicle near the Rock Island campground. Sergeant Eaton and Detective Hewitt immediately responded to there to assist, and I remained at WPD to continue communication with the family and to coordinate additional law enforcement assistance from down here in the valley should it be needed. Upon arrival at the camp,
I see a bunch of people asking why we're doing this story. It doesn't give very many details about the little girls, but as a mother to a little kid, and this stuff's horrifying, right? But the person, oh, mom, hold on.
So basically,
to because this guy is on the run, they have no idea where he is. I agree with Patrick what he said in the chat just now. But like, we don't know that, and he could be anywhere right now. And why wouldn't you go to like the farthest place away from like Washington, Idaho, than to come in this direction? Like, we don't know, and he needs to be caught. And if he did do this, he needs to be in jail.
look what
It's more
Koberger
about
did. Where did Koberger go?
what's that?
When did Koberger end up?
Koberger, right? Koberger ended up on the East Coast too. And look what he did to those college kids, allegedly, right? It's not to highlight a kid's story, and I know that children's stories are really hard. I'm an advocate when things happen to children, because a lot of these times these children are failed. And it's like they need a voice. They need someone like us in this channel, like you guys in the chat. These kids need justice, right? Just like Karen Reed needs justice. These kids need justice too, and they need to find whoever did this. And they're thinking that it's the father. I have to agree with that. He probably will not be found alive. He probably, but like, who knows, right? So if it's just for awareness, I believe they do not give many details. It's just about him. So I don't.
From my remembering, when I sent it to you, they tell you only about that they found them. They don't tell you what they found or any details of that. They're just about telling you where not to go and things like that, and what to look for him. That's the main reason we're doing it. We want this exposure out there, because if he goes somewhere, we know equal. I just
had to say it because there was a lot of people saying it, and I just wanted to tell you why.
If it were my child that was found murdered by their father and I couldn't find their father, I'm sorry, but I would want anybody and everybody exposed.
I'm banging down doors. I want everybody to expose and get his story out, and I would want other people to do it for me.
Yeah. So we will. We're gonna. I found another one after this too. It's on Live Now Fox that has him on it. Not the guy. Not the man. Is the police officer afterwards? That was actually it. No, go ahead. Keep going.
Go see Nana. Give me a break. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Kelly swiped herself.
Oh,
Upon arrival up there, the WPD units that responded connected with CCSO deputies that had responded to the scene as well. And from there, they began their ground search of the immediate area around the vehicle. The initial information that we were provided following the locating of the vehicle was that the vehicle was unoccupied. And shortly thereafter, we were advised that the bodies of the 3 young girls had been located in relatively close proximity to that vehicle, and Travis was nowhere to be found. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Morrison and allow him to continue the press conference.
Thank you, Captain.
Well, hello there.
I'm Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison. I appreciate all you being here.
How you doing?
I really want to make sure that I point out that it's moments like these where we see our community coming together, paying respects to those young individuals that lost their lives. I want to pay respects to Peyton, Evelyn, Olivia. Your memory will never be forgotten, and we will not stop pursuing justice for you until those that were accountable for this are found. So I do
Right.
appreciate everyone being here. To follow up, because I know the Captain Chance has already touched on a lot of the topics that we've already discussed, I want to give thanks to the Wenatchee Police Department, Chief Reinfeld,
I'm moving to
Captain Miller,
Idaho.
Captain Chance.
I wouldn't throw him out of
Sergeant
bed. I wouldn't.
Detectives unit that provided
He
Chelan
walked
County
up to
Sheriff's
that
Office
thing
with the
yesterday, and I was
information we
like, well,
needed
hello there.
to properly assist them.
Hi.
For those you don't know, Chelan County is a large area. We have 2,900 plus square miles. When you're talking about trying to find individuals in a geographically diverse terrain, it's difficult. But by them doing their investigation follow through over the weekend, we're able to pinpoint it in the areas of Chumstick Highway, Icicle, Tumwater Canyon. I know that many of you here from the area recognize that's still a pretty large area, but we're fortunate to have partnerships with the U.S. Forest Service that funds some of our deputies, specifically U.S. Forest Service deputies that are contracted with us. Our Forest Service deputy was able to go up the Icicle. We're about 18 miles up for those of you who have not been up there. And that deputy was able to locate the vehicle of the suspect. We did back off to make sure we were in compliance with Washington state law when it comes to de-escalation, controlling pace. We called additional units. I know that many members of the community were concerned, asking why we were having deputies, police officers from East Wenatchee, Douglas County, Wenatchee PD, responding at a high rate of speed. This was an important situation for us. We took it as a high priority. Once we had additional units on scene, we did secure the vehicle, determined that we were able to bring in
Like
additional
Brady.
resources, which was our East Cascade SWAT team that did an additional search of the surrounding area of the campsite in question until we determined that a perimeter had been established and that it was safe enough for additional detectives and the Washington State Patrol's crime lab to come in and assist us as we process that scene. As Captain Chance already mentioned, that was prompted when we did find the bodies of the deceased. Again, our condolences and our heartfelt sympathy goes out to the Decker family. We know they're struggling, but I want them to know they're not struggling alone. We suffer as a community. It has hit many of us hard. Going on 20 years, I don't think I've had a situation that has really almost prompted tears to come up. We feel for the family, and we see as everyone else is out here, they're not suffering alone. There's a lot of people here supporting them. We were able to do a extensive processing of the scene throughout the night while we maintained perimeter security. Once that was secured, the vehicle was taken back for an additional search warrant. We brought in additional units that come in and assist us. That'd be our federal partners from U.S. Border Patrol, Homeland Security Investigations, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Marshal's Office. They did an extensive search today, in addition to the Air National Guard, bringing in aviation supplies to come in, fly over there. We had drones in the air. We've been conducting a search since early this morning up until later on this afternoon. That, unfortunately, has not allowed us to locate the suspect yet, but we are not done searching. As we speak, the Marshal's Office, the FBI, they're processing leads, they're conducting follow-up, and we will not rest until Travis is located. Travis, if you're listening, this is your opportunity to turn yourself in. Do the right thing, do what you need to do, and take accountability for your actions. We're not going to go away, we're not going to rest, and we're going to make sure we find you. You will be brought to justice. Those young ladies deserve it. We will take additional questions later on, but the Sheriff's Office, the Wenatchee Police Department, East Wenatchee, Douglas County, and all of our federal partners are going to continue to work with one another to ensure that justice is served. Thank you.
By law, Daddy.
We are unsure if Mr. Decker is currently alive, but we are taking it that he is still out there. And again, we will not rest until we've located him, whether he's alive or he's dead. We want to make sure that he's brought back.
And for the public that's keeping an eye out for him, is there anything in his record that would suggest?
Do you use handcuffs? No.
Not at this time, but based off the allegations that are being made against him, we do consider him to be a threat towards the community. We also ask the community to stay out of the Icicle Gorge area for the time being until we can secure that area and ensure that he is not there. That is a big area. We're talking about the enchantments. We're talking about French Creek, going up on those spur trails. It's a popular area that we like to recreate in as well. We don't close it down or encourage people not to go there lightly, but for the best interest of the public, we'd encourage them find other places to recreate until we can ensure that that area is safe.
They don't know. They haven't found him yet.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought he pew pew, but people are saying other things
I'm not going to go into a lot of details in regards to the scene because our investigative unit
after this update from today
requested a lot of that information.
What's up?
I have a Fox News.
Yeah,
update.
I don't know if I thought that he did. Okay, we'll watch it, listen to that after.
And it's just.
But I thought that he did this, but other people are saying. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna imagine that they're gonna find him self-inflicted harm, but who am I, right? I'm no doctor, lawyer. I just play
I
one
was
on
looking at
YouTube.
some of the videos that are out, and somebody said that they had seen him. I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna, because some of those are like weird sites, like all the Diddy
Yeah,
crap.
no, stick with the.
So I'm gonna stick with
the good ones. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he's the reason I started watching it, because all of a sudden he walked up and I was like, well, hello, let's back this up and see what we're watching.
Yeah, I'm not throwing homeboy out of bed. Not a fucking chance. Nope.
And then I sent him to Amy to enjoy too.
Why not? Friend share. All right.
Natalie,
Remain private until we can ensure that the information we are
salt
sharing
and
is not
pepper
to
fox.
compromise the investigation. Again, we don't want to rush. We don't want to take any chances that we would give him any opportunity to be able to beat this later on in court.
Is there a belief that he could be outside of this area you guys are thinking right now, or is there strong belief just here?
Nope. We have no leads that are showing specifically where he's at. So as we're taking it, he could be anywhere within the nation. And that's why we have our federal partners on scene helping us bring in additional resources that a medium-sized agency like Chelan County would not be able to provide. Again, this is the importance of having those partnerships with federal government and larger agencies, especially Washington State Patrol. We cannot do this without their assistance, and we're thankful for that.
He's like the real-life G.I. Joe.
That could be a possibility. Nothing's off the table. We're going to continue to actively pursue him, and we understand that he could be anywhere, and we're taking that into consideration. Thanks to the U.S. Marshal's Office that has come in and brought additional resources. Again, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, Homeland Security Investigations. We are searching anywhere and everywhere for him.
He talks with his eyes. Give me all that.
We've been in continuous contact. I know that Captain Chance and Captain Miller have been in regular communications with them. I spoke with them yesterday and today and assured them that anything they needed from our local resources, they were available. They are absolutely cooperating. They have been very supportive of our efforts, and we've reminded them we could not do this. We could not conduct our investigation and have a better understanding of Travis without their assistance. And again, we're very appreciative of what they've done so far.
Oh my God. Chelan County.
That's what I said. Schlong.
Oh, Scotty,
hold on, wait. We have continued
Scotty
to expand our search.
I heard it too. I said it
here so well. This is the Bad Kids Club.
Schlong County, and what county are you in again? Because I have some women that want to go on a road trip.
Schlong.
We're heading to Idaho.
I'm running now. Idaho, Daddy. All right. Hi,
I'm really. I am Idaho.
All right, hold on. All right, we only have a couple minutes left.
Further down Icicle, last I heard, we were around milepost 4. Again, we're encouraging people, do not go there. Even if our roadblock is lifted, we are not saying that the area is safe. Until we locate him, we're determining nothing's off the table.
You deleted her messenger.
Both have controls. We should, I'm new here.
We do know the dog was present and that our units, when they arrived on scene, did locate the dog.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I would check with our captain, but I am not sure if a dog's been used.
Has there been any other evidence?
Gray Fox from
Looks like Tom Brady's
dad.
dad.
We really appreciate Washington State Patrol and their crime lab team for coming in, doing such a thorough search. Our investigative units with detectives from Natchez PD, Chelan County Sheriff's Office. Again, we did not hustle this. We went through, we were methodical with it, and we made sure to cover every single thing possible because we recognize the weight of the situation.
Sheriff, a question from our newsroom right now. Do you know if any of Mr. Decker's
you hide somebody?
members are missing his dad?
This is Idaho.
We've been in communication with several members of Mr. Decker's family. We know that they've also been willing to cooperate with us. I believe his dad's flying in to talk with us and work with us a little bit further. We appreciate their cooperation as well.
So his dad is not missing?
At this time, I'm not aware of his father being missing or any other members of his family missing. Again, that's just based off the information I currently have. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We know that our coroner's office, that'd be the Chelan County's coroner's office, is going through that process and will continue to do their portion of the investigation as well. I won't speak on that half.
Have the girls been brought physically home?
They are still being cared for by the Chelan County coroner's office.
Schlang County.
Schlang in Girth County.
We've not gotten an update for what additional information has been obtained today. We just know the investigation's ongoing.
We all do it.
We'll conclude it at that. Appreciate it. We will have another press conference tomorrow. I believe that's going to be at 1800 hours. Again, we appreciate everyone being out here showing support for the family.
Oh.
I can tell you they do appreciate all of you being here. We spoke with them.
He talks military
this is the kind
time.
of support you like to see from our county. It really represents what Chelan County is all about. And again, the family thanks you for that. And any information that you have that could assist us with the investigation, please continue to bring that information in. We do have the
I was
Yeah,
like, where
that
did
was over. So
you did come back? You didn't
you
mean
did.
it.
I heard you.
We have some rogue mods sometimes.
Yeah, I put my like phone in my purse. Like if I'm leaving it's a whole thing. It's a whole. So everybody, I know. Do you even see a picture of him? Did they show a picture during the
They
conference?
do. The one I have, I think, shows a picture of him.
Okay. He's still on the run. I don't think we're gonna find him, but slang. Yeah, see, Scott's a bad
Here
kid.
we come.
Scotty is a bad kid.
Hold on, I gotta unmute.
Right there on your screen, he is a
there he is.
father who is accused of killing his 3 daughters. This is 32-year-old Travis Decker. Authorities are actively searching for him right now. He is wanted for 3 counts of first-degree murder and first-degree.
Also, Idaho. So it's coming from East Idaho News, which is right there. All. If you've ever been up that, have you been to Yellowstone? Anybody been to Yellowstone? I've been, and it's like there's Wyoming, Idaho, Washington. All of those are like
huge states.
They're like all there together, and like one. It's like the corners.
Right.
They all meet.
Yeah.
So
It's like in New England, only like much bigger scale.
There's no pictures of the girls. Not that I could see.
No pictures.
I ran through it first.
I think they're young.
If they show the girls' pictures, it's just might be the picture of them alive, but like
kidnapping his 3 daughters, 3 Wenatchee girls, ages 5, 8, and 9. They were initially reported missing on Friday, and they were found dead on Monday. Travis Decker, the man that authorities are searching for, is described as a former military member with extensive training who authorities say should not be approached by the public because of that potential risk. Washington State Patrol was initially contacted Friday night to request an Amber Alert, but that did not meet with required criteria. The following day, Wenatchee police detectives provided additional information and an endangered missing persons alert was issued. According to a preliminary report filed with the Chelan County Superior Court, the 3 young girls appear to have died from asphyxiation. Authorities continue to search for Travis Decker. He is accused in killing his 3 daughters. They were located on Monday, and their bodies were found at the Rock Island campground. Decker's vehicle was found nearby with 2 bloody handprints, with also personal items like a blanket, food, car seats, and a wallet. And the camp did show signs of recent activity with a tent and cooler located a short distance away. Decker's cell phone activity also shows that he drove to and left the same campground a day prior to the kidnapping. Decker is a former military member. He is known to stay at motels or local campgrounds after he had lost housing. He and his ex-wife, divorced for several years, did have a parenting plan which allowed them to see the girls during specific hours, and he in particular allowed to see them every other weekend.
So that's my thing, because they did say that he has never deviated from the parenting plan. They have always been amicable of where to meet, if they had to make changes, things like that. From my understanding, from what I got of what I've listened, he's never deviated from that. So it almost feels like
someone was saying in the chat that someone talked to the neighbors and he was like a little wackadoodly, and just because he's in the military doesn't mean he has PTSD from war or anything like that. I mean, the guy looks a little unhinged, but is it because I know what he allegedly did, or if I saw, you know what I mean? But how
I
do
will
you get?
say he probably has some mental illness going on, because you don't do that.
There's something going on.
Two bloody handprints, like,
right?
What's that?
And the method of unaliving is like really, really deranged. Like how that takes minutes each. And like I don't want to get into like you can imagine where I'm going with that. I mean, this to do that to little girls, like you're fucking
even like
sicko.
with Chris Watts when he sat there and told you one of his girls watched and then said, "Daddy, don't do that to me." You know what I mean? So like they're old enough to know.
Yeah.
So
I just and they say they had drones and everything above where he was camping, but
all 3 girls, yeah, Amy.
How far could he have gotten? I know he's a survivalist, but like, I mean, it is what it is. You can't run forever. And like,
I hope mountain lions out there. What else is out there? They got all kinds.
Yeah, I don't do wildlife. Your girl don't camp. How long between the missing date and when they were found? Because
they went missing on Friday. They found them on Monday.
Okay, so the mother reported it when he was supposed to be back with them. Oh, so he had a big.
She reported it when he picked them up because they got into an altercation during pickup, and that's when he took off. And that's why when the officer went out there, she told him, she was like, "We've never had an issue with parenting plans before. We've always."
Did she say what the issue was? Like, did she say that he?
I don't know. I haven't
the issue
gone into it. The one that you showed is the only one that I had seen so far. This is just the newest update. This was like 30 minutes ago. This one came out.
Okay. All right. We can keep going. Oops.
According to court documents, Decker's ex-wife claimed that he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and she believes that he does not take medications for that. To speak more on this, I do want to bring in Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison to speak more on the very latest. And Sheriff, we appreciate you joining us here on Live Now from Fox.
Thanks for having me on.
So I want to start with the very latest.
Fancy to see you here. I didn't know you were coming, Mr. Morrison.
Hi,
it's
Mr. Morrison.
Chelan, Chelan County.
I like Schlong better, so
we're gonna go with Schlong.
Latest in this investigation, authorities have been working around the clock to try and find Travis Decker. What is the latest update? What can you tell us?
So currently we have helicopter units up in the air. We thank Sheriff Knowles, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, for having his aircraft out this morning. We'll have our aircraft also launching here at 11 o'clock Pacific time to follow up with Border Patrol. They had their helicopter up yesterday, along with HSI. We have ground units on the ground. Continuing to comb the area, we've had Washington State Patrol, thanks to Chief Batiste, had their investigative unit for the crime lab out processing the scene.
Yeah,
we couldn't do it without our state and federal partners, and we're going to continue to push on. We're working with the U.S. Marshals Service today, along with the FBI and Homeland Security investigations, just to name a couple of the agencies assisting us to track down leads. We have the FBI assisting for online information coming on, and we plan on finding Mr. Decker.
Now, we do know that the suspect does have a military experience. We also know that there were a number of items found on the campground, and authorities have been able to track cell phone service. When it comes to additional leads, surveillance cameras, witnesses, what can you share with us about any of that?
We have our investigative units from Wenatchee Police Department, our investigative unit, FBI, again, U.S. Marshals Service, Homeland Security investigations, combing the area. We're checking residences. We're fortunate to have a good relationship with the U.S. Forest Service. We have Forest Service deputies assigned to our agency. They're also tracking down cabins that are in the area and looking for any other kind of cameras that we might have missed in our initial sweep through. But thankfully, we got a very supportive community. They've come out with just droves and droves of information, and we feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to get more information to track them.
For folks who are not familiar with this area, we do know that the three young girls were found at a campground. Can you describe the layout of this? Is this very rural? Is that a challenge for authorities when trying to search for this individual, for Travis Decker?
You know, we were pretty fortunate that Wenatchee was able to do a majority of the investigation over the weekend. They provided information back to us that we got included into the process here on Monday. We deployed our U.S. Forest Service deputy that's assigned to our agency, and we were able to pick up the campsite pretty quick. He's familiar with the area. I mean, we have 2,900 square miles for Chelan County, 87%, which is not accessible by road. So we understand that this is not unique or new to Chelan County Sheriff's Office. We're prepared for it. and we're able to do what we needed to do to fight it quickly and hopefully bring some quick resolution to this incident.
Some
It's
really
been a
upsetting
week, right?
information from court documents in terms of how it appears that these 3 young girls died. There was also indication that there were some bloody handprints found at the campground site. Can you share with us a little bit more about who those handprints might be from?
Yeah, so
Not
we're
a
waiting to get our
fucking
results
one.
back from the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab. Again, we appreciate them coming
I would
through,
never make it in jail,
doing such a thorough, assessment of the scene. And then also we're waiting to hear back from our coroner, who will be doing an autopsy here on Thursday. We'll have some more information to go off of.
This is, an investigation that, a lot of people, their hearts are breaking, their parents, it's just very upsetting for, anyone to hear about this. And the issue, of course, continues to be raised about these visitations. From a law enforcement standpoint,
Does anybody have Zach's number? Because we can just tell him not to come over anymore.
This is
We
this is Zach. This is who I see when I look through the camera, like, oh, hey, baby. Zach.
He's like, Zach who? We don't need Zach anymore.
It's Zach, our mod from, he's
We'll
not
just
here.
ban
It's
him.
probably.
We'll just
What's
ban
that?
him. We'll permanently ban him because
Oh, I love our
we'll
Zach.
we'll bring up Officer Sheriff Morrison to see us.
I know.
We'll
Zach's
just go to
misunderstood.
Lake County.
The guy just busts balls, and
I love
people
Zach.
take him seriously, and he's never serious a day in his life. He's on our panel all the time, and people just ban him right, left, and sideways because he's
He got
fucking
banned
hilarious.
from anti-Debs.
They did.
He get
I
banned
heard
from anti-Debs.
I love Jimmy, but he doesn't know Zach like we do either. Although Zach would be in his chats every morning causing trouble. But like, is it trouble because we know that he busts balls? I don't know. Anyway,
I tell every time he comes in,
free
I'm like,
Zach.
who you trolling? Who are you bothering this morning? Him and Lucas. I'm like, where are you guys trolling? Because I know you're trolling somebody.
In nudes.
this become a larger discussion point when it comes to Amber Alerts, when it comes to these phone calls if, children aren't dropped off at a particular time?
Yeah, this is certainly a conversation we'd like to have our legislative branch to see if we go back through, assess, see where things have been falling short of what we're aiming for when we initially took this on. We certainly appreciate Washington State Patrol and their oversight of the Amber Alert system, which I know a lot of people have called into question, but they follow the guidelines, the rules, and the restrictions currently in place. And we know that our legislators are going to be currently assessing what we learned from this situation and can we make adjustments.
From the public's perspective, when it comes to,
there has to be something in that clause of when you can call an Amber Alert that has, this doesn't meet qualifications, but this takes precedence over it, so we're going to use it.
But why wouldn't it be immediately?
It's a parent who kidnapped. I mean, he took their children. Yeah, he was supposed to have them at that time, but he took them through an argument, so that's kidnapping.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't until Monday, but that's enough time, right? So a parent, if you have a plan and you're supposed to be back on Sunday and you call on Monday and the kids aren't there, there's no way of getting a hold of him. He's not at any places that he's known to be at normally. Like, do something about it.
A lot of times states like that. So you can, even though I had my boys, I could take them out of state without Kevin's permission. I don't have to have Kevin's permission to take them out of state.
Oh, up here you do.
Wherever I wanted to go. I had to bring them back. But the police will also not get involved here. It's all civil. If you're fighting over, Christy and Doug were arguing, and Doug's like, don't even bother coming to get the kids. And she's like, you can't do that. She called the police. The police said, I'm sorry, it's a civil thing unless
they said it's like a family matter. No, up here, they'll be banging down doors as far as I know. I mean, I've never had to experience that. But as far as I know, if I won't say that, not banging down doors, but they'll do wellness checks and stuff. And if they haven't been found and blah, 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 they would do more up here.
He did have
but you're right. It is all family matters.
He did have every other weekend visitation. But
I mean, as he should, he's a dad, but not
and I can't fault people who live in not a hotels either, because I do know people who have that issue, and that's all the money they have to make is for a hotel for the week. And as long as they put a roof over their kid's head when they have them, that's all that matters to me, really. And they're feeding them.
Right.
Not
And if the wife,
danger from the
ex-wife said-
public. I know authorities have
Don't
said
abuse them.
absolutely. If you
Film.
see this man, Travis Decker, do not approach immediately. Call police. Particularly with the military background. Can you talk about whether authorities feel that there might be a danger to the greater public?
Well, clearly, I mean, his actions seem to be unpredictable, unexcusable. So Peyton, Olivia, and Evelyn, their voices matter. We are going to be that voice. And we recognize that he's a danger. And he's an adversary to the sheriff's office until we take him into custody.
Time is of the essence, no doubt, when it comes to the search area, when it comes to the hours that have now occurred following the disappearance of the 3 young girls, following just the tragic discovery of their bodies. What are you looking at in terms of the timeline as you're trying to track this suspect down as quickly and as safely as possible?
Anything and everything. We haven't taken any breaks since this incident broke out. We found the vehicle. Our units have been on the ground. We've got our SWAT team deployed. We've called every single federal resource that we partner with. We appreciate them coming out and helping us so quickly. We've also called upon our local resources, Washington State Patrol, Spokane County Sheriff's Office, and we'll probably look to King County and Snohomish County as well to get their aircrafts up in the air because we have a lot of ground to cover. But we will not rest, again, until he's found.
Just an additional question. I know that a lot of the items were found alongside the truck. Is there any indication that this suspect may not have access or readily access to food and water, and that might flush him out eventually? Or do you think he might be carrying some extra items that might help him sustain himself, perhaps in the wilderness or wherever without breaking cover?
The dude would eat shit.
We're not ruling out any possibility of what he's capable of doing.
Huh?
I said the dude would probably eat shit. He's a survivalist. Like, he knows how to find bugs and plants that are
Naked and Afraid, dude. Naked and Afraid.
Yeah. I love that show. I'd never do it, but
You ain't seen me out there.
yeah, fuck that. Mm-mm.
Oh, you're so sweet. I feel like
We love
I
Shari
like
D.
crap today, Sherry, because I have
Thank
no
you,
sleep.
Shari.
I have newborns. Okay, well, kinda. They're newborn hedgehogs, and I've been staying up late with them.
These allergies feel like the flu. Like, I have a pound of makeup on my face.
Apparently, Yannetti had really bad allergies today, and he had said something.
Terrible.
So he was on the camera, and I guess he sneezed during cross, and Hank said, "God bless you," and the entire defense ignored him.
Fucking piece of shit. You look nice. He said, "God bless you," though. I mean, I'm surprised.
I think it was Sue O'Connell who put that up. Like, I think that's where I read that from. Sue O'Connell. I was like, oh my god, I love it. They're all like, whatever, keep going. It was funny. Yeah. Poor Yannetti, though, they did have a picture of someone posted a picture of him. He was like this today on the thing. You could tell he didn't feel good.
Yeah. It's awful. It's awful here. It's fucking terrible. For 2 days, I have a cut on my nose from rubbing and trying to wipe so much. Right at the God, it's just awful. My face was so raw.
I take hydroxyzine for part of my anxiety, and that's an antihistamine. And I literally, if I don't take it consistently, I will start flaring up. But even with that, when I went to Alabama, remember when I was on the trip to go to St. Jude, and we hit Alabama, and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. I walked outside the next morning, it was yellow on the ground, and I was like, yeah, that might be the reason I can't breathe.
Yeah, I mean,
it's almost over.
So as far as we're concerned, he's an extreme survivalist, and he has the ability to survive a long period of time. We're going to continue to keep pressure on him.
This is an absolutely tragic case. It's shaken up not only just the community, but of course, anyone who hears about the story. How is everyone doing, in the county, in this, small community?
Well, it's a close-knit community. We have about 80,000 people for Schline County. We've seen an outpouring of support. We had a candlelight vigil last night when we were doing our press release. I'm glad that I serve the county that we serve. We have a great agency. They've been working numerous hours. Sleep deprivation is certainly a factor, but we continue to have other agencies step up, support us, handling the more the day-to-day calls. We're putting our resources on the ground and where they need to be. And, our primary thoughts and prayers are with the Decker family. And we know that we want to be the strongest voice possible for these girls. And we are going to hold Mr. Decker accountable. I've made it very clear to him He is not a friend of the sheriff's office. We will treat him with respect, as is expected, but we continue to pursue him. And we're not going to rest until he's taken into custody. And it's time for him to accept responsibility for his actions. So we would ask him to step up and be the father the girls should have had. He did not act like one.
Poor mom.
And we will hold him accountable.
And Sheriff, for our viewers who are very closely following this investigation, when might we be getting another update from the Sheriff's Department?
Yeah, when can we see you again?
We'll be getting a further update just on our progress today here at 1800 hours. That'll be Pacific time. So 6 o'clock, try to get out of the military time there for you. But we're going to continue to give updates. We've been putting out press releases throughout the day today, too, as we've been getting information. But our former one will
We'll
be
look
more
for
summarizing.
it. Okay, we'll look for you. She's like, when can we see you again? I'm like, I don't know. When can we see you again, dude? I want to see you again. I want him to be my police officer. I want him to be my police officer.
He looks like kind of like Tom Brady-esque too, like that chiseled jaw look. Very handsome.
And it looks like Lori Vallow's judge.
Right. They all look like brothers. Him, the judge, and Zach.
They're like triplets that were separated at birth.
Oh, they're related for sure.
She's like, 1800 hours.
Oh, thank you. I did them right before the show because they looked.
Oh, to Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jennifer Coppendeffer and her post today or yesterday and today. Let me take this off now. I wanted to tell them to rest easy, our sweet girls. Jennifer Coppendeffer and her posts.
She is maddening.
Lucky was coerced. Did you not watch the trial the other day? Did you literally? That man's feet was in cement.
Listen, Lucky has my heart, okay? Lucky, it was so honest and just and he never wavered. He has a story. That man knows his routine. He knows he's been doing this job forever. He knew all the outwards, and his brother is part of the select board. Do you think he wanted to get up there and do that? But no, he got up there and did the right thing.
He yelled at him. It was his brother. Do not do that. You will screw me. Do not. No. He said, I'm going to tell the truth. I want to do what's right.
Right. Wait, they were so mean to him online the night. Really? What, the antis? Who was mean to Lucky? I'll go there right now.
Antis. No, I haven't even looked to see. Yeah, Jennifer Coppendeffer, man, that girl is.
I died when Sean on the golf said that.
You said something about all this guy cares about is physics and science.
Yeah, because it's his job. He's so passionate about his job, and it makes him that much more attractive. Like when people are passionate about something and it comes through, they're so much more attractive. And you can tell that man knows his job. Like that. And what was Hank trying to get at today? Like, when did you become director? Like, oh, did you work for insurance companies too? Why did you leave that?
But you know what? Guess what? Shannon Burgess. That's all I gotta say.
He don't care.
Shannon Burgess. Yeah. You ain't got nothing.
Hank's changed the Commonwealth's theory about the case 5 times. Like when he said something about
he throws his own experts under the bus to try to get ours.
Right.
He's like, well, there's bushes. Oh, now it's bushes. Today it was road rash or gravel. No, frozen grass. It was frozen grass today, he said.
The last time I checked, it hurts to fall on any type of ground during any season. And I've gotten knocked out playing football outside, boom, hit the back of my head, not knocked out, but it fucking hurt.
Go back and watch. He says facts and data, except that he doesn't have any and he makes it up as he goes along. At this point, all evidence presented, it's going to common sense. Praise jury has common sense. I honestly, now, and Sherry, you can get me. Yeah, frozen gas. He was like frozen ground, frozen grass, frozen ground. It was funny.
Dee Marie is doing birth charts and stuff, and she has a code Lucky to get 20% off. And I'm gonna list her links in the description box of this video when we're done.
I got mine done, and Amy got hers done.
Me too.
They were so good. I was like, she goes, all right, girl, I'm sending it to you. I'm like, is it bad? Because if it's bad, I don't want it. I don't want to know about bad stuff.
Like, listen, I don't, do I like hearing about myself? I found them fascinating though, because I don't identify as a Capricorn, like fully, but the birth chart was way more specific. And I had to laugh like, yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
I know, like it was like saying like, you're this, and I'm like, yep, that's me. That's
Give us
you.
some self-awareness.
That's you.
I'm doing it. Yeah, me and her are meeting on Sunday, and she's gonna do a reading for me. I'm so psyched.
That's
a
cool.
passion of mine.
Send me the Zoom link because I just want to watch.
I know. Yeah, that's fine.
How long is Larry's thing today? I don't remember.
I'll have to watch it tonight.
No birth chart is bad. I'm like, I know, but I didn't know what it was. I was like, what am I doing?
I am a Capricorn. I'm January. I'm a January Cap.
I'm an Aries with a Gemini rising.
Yeah, I am a Capricorn Libra.
I want to show you guys this. Hold, please. Speaking of. Okay. I found this right before we came up, and I made my husband listen to it, and I about peed my pants. All right?
Yeah. Hit me.
Deb's Garage.
I fucking love him. He is hilarious. I watch his streams in the morning too, like with us.
It's a 3-minute and 39-second song. He like
Fucking
went all
him.
out.
Do it.
Sometimes you testify in June. Sometimes you change it up in tune. I see they meant to charge. How come you can't pronounce?
There you are, Zach.
We didn't know you would be such a witch. Roll your eyes and huff and puff. It's not the way you hoped you take the stand. Damn girl, we've seen enough.
For real.
Not a clue why you're in this place. Drop the attitude and fix your face. Unsplit those ends and quit that sense. You will not tear me a new ass.
It's so good.
All of those sights you claim to see, somehow it's all false memory. You wonder why you were to do until you had a talking to. 'Cause how could you give your word to someone else? What you saw at Kenton PD. But when the very thing you claim you saw could help out Karen Reed,
right
now you're working at a new place. Bumped up the ranks for shutting your face. It might feel like you're in charge, but how come you can't pronounce garage?
Yo, he is so talented in like so many different ways.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes the very thing you're looking at is that false memory. Sometimes you testify in June. Sometimes you change it up in tune. I see they mention burglary charge. How come you can't pronounce garage?
like he told her to hush.
Didn't he do a rap one the other day that Aiden played?
Yes, he did one for this one.
Let's do it.
Aiden put like videos to it.
Yeah.
You found us through Uncle Jimmy?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. He was
Love
on
our
with us. We had a ball. Yeah.
Hey, yo, silly, got drunk at the hilly. I can't PD and I can't find my willy. I'm just here for a little.
I can't find my willy.
Yeah, I got severe
It's inverted.
hypertension. So why you trying to get to know a hickey better? Can't and whores, Bella's mom and Marietta. I don't know. I'll give it a go. ATF's big show. I ain't no hoe. I don't need a new man with the double D rack. Never mind, hickey. Your game is whack. You're the whacker to my weed. Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that, see? I'm not one of the girls trying to get locked down. Prince Higgy, baby, Jameson crown. I get down with the hilly low comp ticket. 16 whiskeys is how I kick it. And you get excited for a midnight snack.
Yep.
I already told you, your game is whack. You're the whacker to my weed. Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that,
Whacker
see? Your
to
game
my
is
weed.
whack. You're the
Fucking
whacker
kills
to my weed. Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that. But like sleeping alone, this won't go all night. A little needy and strange. It's true love at first sight. I'm the real deal. I do what I gotta do. From the rip, my whole heart's for you. Your whole heart is not for me. Not a half, not a quarter, not a claw, not a rate. You know what's the problem? You're trouble in your heart. I'm big, thick neck daddy Higgy. He's not. I got a question, not to be rude, but you queer. Cause you keep calling me dude.
Cause you keep calling me dude.
Walk me out, no self-doubt, and you didn't cop out. No last words, I'm smarter abide. Don't diss the caterpillar and sweat the butterfly. All of them girls must have got you gas. And when they see a good thing, they don't triple bypass. Well, for this town, that's right on track. Cause for me, your game's too whack. You're the whacker to my weed. Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that, see? Game is whack. You're the whacker to my weed. Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that. What am I? Another pretty face getting you a drink from my military base. All I gotta know is why did you use me? You talking? Psh, excuse me. We can't have nothing. You wear depends. Well, if we ain't getting married, then we can't be friends. Well, then I guess it's nothing. Well, hey, I think you're puffing. Well, pass that weed. I won't weed whack nothing. You better catch a flashback. Remember, you ain't tapping it. You ain't my style, and I'm not having it. All I remember from that late night kiss is I'm more the mister, you're more the miss. Well, look, I treat you good. Treat yourself better. And I'll always call my mom. Write her a love letter. I greet you every day with a martini at the door. You won't last a year, you're overgrown bed sore. Well, I'm known as Karen, there, that's a piss. I got no one to blame.
So good.
You didn't answer me, Karen. Am I a good kisser? Don't remember, had a lot of Hennessy. A lot of girls out there that won't
exactly,
say
Shari.
no. The ones you take to your crib with Berkey. Boom, now all my feelings is getting fatter. All I want to do is drink booze and eat food. Tell you nice shit like chillax, dude. So when there's nothing in the fridge but a natty, just call Big Face Higgy Daddy. You want VSOP? Just ask when. Don't take a 12-step, jump off the wagon. All the confusion, you know I'll solve them. Your game is whack. My game is what? How long you had that problem?
How long you had that problem?
What's a whack without his weed? Your game is whack. I ain't trying to hear that, see? Your game is whack. What's a whack without his weed? Your game is whack. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm getting out of here. Come on, Karen. I just want to know, why'd you get my number?
Why'd you get my number?
Circle, yes and no.
I had a weak moment.
I had a weak
moment. Yeah, I mean, that explains it.
Oh
my God, it's so good.
Love, yeah, he's been like shooting out.
Kills it.
Today.
He kills it. The short he made. Yeah. Hi, Patriot Cindy. Good to see you, Mama.
This one.
Oh, we can do this one.
Miss Gilman, would you tell me if you didn't like my curtain?
Inspired by my dog.
Judge Beverly Cannoni, often displaying high signs of paranoia. Upon closer inspection, you will come to learn that it is not just regular curtain anxiety, however, an anxiety to please the Dark Lord. Belly, why didn't you just tell me you didn't like my curtain? The curtain is mentioned again. A darkened room is preferred for those engaging in demonic ancient ritual. Notice Beverly Cannoni's obsession. Keeping of the records and transcription, a vital step in pleasing the Dark Lord. Watch as the court reporter speaks in tongues into her demonic machine. Look how nervous she is. Let's take a second look at the way her eyes
I mean, this
peer
is
out
so
the room,
accurate, though. We're supposed to
looking
get
out
held
for the devil.
hostage.
Clear it, same time.
Another
Shapeshifters.
part of ancient ritual is the
Bye,
use
Jean
of
Marie.
magic powers. Watch as Miss McCabe forgets which body she has taken over.
Hey, please don't ever get that close to me again, okay? I'm not Bella's mother.
The hostility and overall cuntiness in Miss
Who's
McCabe's
Bella's
tone
mother?
indicates demonic possession. Carrie Roberts also took the stand, another powerful witch known for shapeshifting. Take a look at the lines on her neck, an indicator of skinwalking.
Yeah.
Skinwalkers are also known to speak with inanimate objects.
That's just plain dirt.
Before I spoke to the trooper, after I talked to the timeline, after I called 911, we called the timeline.
Not only speaking to, but calling the timeline. Though powerful, it seems as though Miss Roberts forgot who she was supposed to be for a moment.
Where am I?
A quick shapeshift.
Neck.
Miss Roberts appears and reappears as Jennifer McCabe right before our very eyes. Didn't notice?
She did.
She did. The day she testified, I'm like, take me out back if I get that neck.
Upon entering the courtroom, Nuttall appears sweaty and
Nuttall.
nervous. Once he sits down, he seems to have lost all control of his senses and his motor skills. The work of sorcery.
I gotta find Microdot's responded.
He did. He was the first one, I think, which was funny.
Yeah,
he is talented.
I have to find it.
He's so
Hold
talented.
on. It's on his, and I think like Jimmy was shocked that he came back with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So funny. I mean, Auntie Dad, like, he's like funny to just like have a conversation with, let alone like his creativity with videos and like all that kind of stuff. He's wicked talented.
Let's see, Microdot.
If you guys aren't subscribed, Microdots has a Patreon that you can be a member of. It's like $5 a month or something, and he does like trailers of stuff or like puts out videos on Patreon before he puts it out on YouTube, and it's definitely worth it. So you guys can go over to Patreon and look up Microdots and become a member to him, and you get like cool membership. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
After this, I have to go, but
I have to go too because I have to go eat.
Yeah, I gotta.
This was so funny because he responds to it. So.
Oh yeah, hang on. I think your words were, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I did go there." And he didn't ask a follow-up question.
Skeletor. Spacey, I was watching it before we came on live. Yeah. Talk about talent, Richie.
I know, Richie was amazing.
Yeah. Dead. I love it.
That was his response. That was his response to him. So
Richie's so
subscribe to Auntie Deb. So
Yeah.
Jimmy, don't get
Jimmy over at Auntie Deb.
Don't get banned permanently.
Right.
Zach.
Don't be Zach. Don't be a Zach.
Don't be a Zach. Go subscribe to Microdots and go to his Patreon, you guys. His Patreon is like $5 a month, and
is $5.
Releases
Worth
the video
every penny
first. Like
he does it over there.
And they're
you can put your name in to be on his credits and stuff like that. Like he's wicked interactive with his members, and worth every penny. $5 Patreon microdots.
Equal parts. She's like that before coffee. I think we're all like that in the morning when we wake up.
Yeah, same.
That's
same.
how I
This is
feel.
makeup, people. This is makeup.
When I hear
All right.
when I hear Liam say bye school, I'm like, oh, we're bad.
Hey, nudes! It's nudes.
Of course, nudes makes it right
at the end. Yeah. All right,
right
guys.
before we leave.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Read Jay's message before we leave.
Read Jay's message.
For the small song or the close out your show, play the Little Kim.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. I'll bounce to it while we're over here, and then we'll. Oh yeah, and you get 20% off his merch. Thank you, Shari D. Yes. We'll listen to Little Kim on our way out.
Is it? It's Auntie Deb's.
It's Auntie Deb. Yeah, he does the Little Kim song. I don't know what he named it, but do you remember what the name of the Little Kim song or what the name of it is, Jay? Yeah, he's hysterical. Typo. No, Jay, tell us what song it is.
He does.
Right now, Jay.
Do it at this second. Let's see. We have
Amy, you got Gussie up and you didn't come up here. I feel attacked.
He has a new one also called
it's Big Booty Girl. It's called.
Okay.
Is it Big Booty Girl?
He has one called Bella's
the little
Mom too.
Oh, is it called Bella's Mom? Auntie Dem version. How many claws does it take till you get to the verdict of?
That's a Notorious B.I.B.E.V.
It's Crack is Wax said it's one of his first ones.
Yeah, it's
like
Notorious B.E.V.
B.E.V.
Notorious. I can't even spell.
I like big booty girls too, Sharity.
I can't type. This is it.
Oh, okay. Little Kim. That's it. I used to love Little Kim back in the day. She was like the original, like nasty girl.
All right, hold on. Let me start it over. It has all the words.
Yeah.
Our last one.
That's right. Biggie.
Honorable savage, Debbie's old adage drives to drink, loses in the clink, loser, blink, pink wearer, the view ain't fairer, Bransconies for the cronies and the Cape Cod homies, Bev swear, if you got hair, auntie there, oh yeah, Debbie been boss since crisscross applesauce, hot goss, simple lawsuit, it'll cost you, can't count and sue us, trying to drive through us, Fed step to us, wanna
Foxy Brown.
Us, yeah, Bevy and Hyde, 24 Bonnie and Clyde, 2 Hawkeye, should I ocean spray on your brand new bay, smash every DA all day. Disobey. Nowadays, troopers stalling advent for calling. So I just eat my scone on my throne. Speaking to the microphone or go home. Loser, excuse me to refrain.
Right. He ruined her.
Sustained. Auntie, Beverly. Jesus Christ. You guys thought I was friggin' leaving. You can't get rid of me, bitch. Yeah, you got fired. I got a record deal.
I got fired.
Oh, shut up, Lally.
Oh, shut up, Lally.
AJODY, see me on the side. Select board, select me. Audit committee. Hey, Bob. Trooper Paul Joe. Kill me, Guarino. ABC, small cheese at D&E's. Now who's the real sleaze? Meaning who's really the whore? Crab walk to the store. Up off the floor. The Lexus sees it. Taillight smash. Let's rehash. Canton PD car stash. Mad dash. Daddy crash. Footage gone.
She knew.
That's how most of these so-called troopers pass. At last, a judge rapping about crabs and claws. Improbable cause above the law. Jig Elemento, pause. 90 on the Pike Raven, Mojito Craven, reporting court maiden, court date awaiting, don't let in Aiden, body sack under my Cape Side Haven, Bev fair, not really, depending how I feely, lally wheelie dealy, side by ideally. Auntie, Beverly. You know what, lad? Go fuck yourself.
I know which one Jay's talking about.
On my nerves.
I have time for one more if you want to do it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not a fighter anymore. If I had to, girl.
I can fill you with all Commonwealth shit. Crab queen go, my crab go, about 30, sturdy. Crack it open, catch a new one. Your defense fun funds, no fun funds. There's no good dick in this case, my pickiness. Rain's Big Ben found himself cheekyless. So get with this, bevy, it's easy. Karen, here's a pen, sign these for my men. Come through, looking 10 in East St. Laurent. In January, you're gonna do this all over again. Who lurking? Poop attractor, infractor, straight out of work actor, street hobo. Trooper Joe, say your words real slowly. Get a bathroom robe, stack cheese like Colby. Discover posters like it's Romy. Piece of Bev in your homie. Where's the merch? Show me. Auntie Beverly. Oh, suck my dick. You fuckers up. God damn it. Where's your album? You don't have one because you suck. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna see you. They couldn't stay away from me. They just friggin' needed me back in there swinging. I'm not
dick swinging.
going anywhere. The people love me. They've always loved me. Oh, look at the numbers. Look at my ratings.
Look at my numbers.
Good luck, loser.
Notorious Bev.
Is it this one? There you go. Oh, this is a good one. Have you guys heard this one?
Let's do it. Last one. Last one, kids.
All right. Do you want this one or you want me to go find the other one?
We can do both. If you want, we can listen to this way. Look for the other one.
I can't find his. This is Big Mama. He has Miss Hyde. Is it Miss Hyde and Little Bev?
That might be it. Yeah, because Little Bev. I can see why.
Yeah. He's got so many. Like, he's so freaking talented.
So yeah, I have zero talent. I'm not talent, but I have zero like creative anything. I can't even make a thumbnail.
I could do that.
I'm bad at it. Yeah, you do. See, you're creative. Might fuck around and allow it.
Is this it?
Who the fuck is this? Hitting up my phone damn near 10 o'clock while I'm getting cocked. Got a funny feeling, so I reach for my clock. Caller ID, read the number, was on block. It's my girl Hyde from the east side. Testimony to confide, a dangler modified. She be hearing things that she just can't believe. I said,
let me see. Do you want to come say hi? Is that what you're back here for? Yeah.
Is that my little man?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, here's my Declan.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi, my love. Look at that. Your haircut.
Yeah.
You look dashing, my love. You look dashing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We just played the new one. It's really funny. We're trying to find. Let's see. Videos. The oldest. Is it how many sips could it take to get? Is that one?
Okay, yeah, let's try it. I mean, it can't hurt. We can listen to them. My son is being extra good. He's just, I don't even know.
I know. I just feel bad for her too because I have to eat them shortly. So
we can look at them the next time too if you want, because we've been on for 2 hours and I don't want to be.
We'll just do one and we'll be done.
Okay, sounds good. How many sips? What is happening? This is it. What? How many slips?
Good. I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of cases. Oh hell, I go at my own paces. A trooper, his name was Paul. He had a Queen Bev Rules poster on his wall. He asked me to join him at the policeman's ball, and he'd buy me plum at the waterfall. You nutty spaghetti.
We found it, Jay.
Horse needs to get the last word in, of course. And now the Hill's representing. When he gets out of line, Mr. Jackson, no commenting. He acts and says, "Who cares? I'm rich." If I give a little lip, he shouts, "Pull up, bitch." Bukaki, he's not Poop Attractor. Big Money Ben, that's who I'm after. None of them deny that I got the X Factor. It's the Great White Shark. for a tractor. Oh my goodness. Is it the end of the day on Monday? When's the 4th? Okay, sidebar right now. Am I on deaf ears? A lot of traffic for the Get to sidebar right now. If you're cruising down the pike, I'll allow it sight. Rally, watch the stop. Really do a sidebar. Because if you see a blonde crab walking by you, ha! That's Bev the Overrider, dressed in all black with a ciggy in my pack. Lunatics up in here. I call the voir dire. All the court fees you could never afford. Sitting pretty, baby, Madam Court Reporter. 7 a.m. my scone's full of crayon. If you don't speak up, I'm turning off the fan. Turn it off. Call up my ex from back in the day. Cause nothing goes better with crab than Old Bay. Straight out of UMass, Norfolk I reign. Days off when I want, this is crab domain. Deliberate again till I let us proceed. And you'll catch me saying, this is funny, Miss Reed.
Sorry.
All right, this is my friggin' courtroom. I ain't fucking regard me. My courtroom. That's what I thought.
So funny. Okay,
right,
guys, we love you, and maybe we'll do a members live this weekend.
Yeah, we'll do something this weekend.
Yeah, we'll do something at some point.
We have a lot of stuff planned. It's just spinning out the time to do it.
It's just getting out of time. Yeah.
What the hell am I saying? You don't have any licks? What?
Yeah.
Pull up. Yeah.
Sherry's like my spirit animal.
Thank you for telling us, Jay.
Yeah,
we love you. We love all of you guys. Thank you for coming and hang out with us.
Yeah, we love all of you. We love being here. We will be, if not this weekend, because we can't find time, we'll see you on Monday morning, 7:30 for the Karen Reed trial and outside of the courtroom.
With resistance to silence and internet corner.
That's right. Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.